Hello everyone and welcome back again. It's Mr. Muhammad Shaban and today we have a reading lesson. But before watching this video, you have to read Smoke Jumpers from page 178 till 185. And if you don't have your book, don't worry, you can find the reading text at the end of this lesson. Okay, first, what genre is Smoke Jumpers? What kind of text is it? Is it fiction text or non-fiction? Is it drama? Let's see my guys. Okay guys, Smoke Jumpers is an expository text or informative text. Okay, informative text. It means that it gives information about real people and events. So Smoke Jumpers is informative text. It gives information about real people and events, so it's non-fiction text. And it contains photographs and captions to explain the topic. So informative text, guys, contains photographs and captions. Captions means short lines under photos in a book or magazines. So what are the features of informative text? Gives information about real people and events, contains photographs and captions. What do you know about Smoke Jumpers? What is Smoke Jumpers? Smoke Jumpers are firefighters. Smoke Jumpers are firefighters who parachute into forest fires. Okay guys, can you predict from the title of that story or the text, Smoke Jumpers, can you predict what you will learn as you read? Can you predict what is the text about? Can you predict the main idea? So you can answer this question now. How can we prepare for emergency? If you have emergency, how can you prepare for it? What will you do if you have emergency condition? Like the light went out, what will you do? You have a fire, what will you do? So in emergency, guys, it's good to have a plan. So having a plan is a good idea in emergency. So in fires, what can you do? I will call 999. I will get out of the house. I will have emergency exit like this. So in emergency, it's a good idea to have a plan. And special equipment. So if the light went out, it's good to have torch. And finally, emergency number. In case of fire, what can you do? What number you will call? It's 999. So tell me, how can we prepare for emergency? Plan, equipment, and emergency number. Okay guys, we have firefighters and smoke jumpers. Firefighters and smoke jumpers. On the ground, guys, on the ground, no difference between firefighters and smoke jumpers. So, firefighters, smoke jumpers, on the ground, they cut down trees and drag them from the wildfire's path. They chop away the underbrush, then they turn the soil over and over until just dirt remains. So, firefighters do that, and smoke jumpers to do that. So, on the ground, no difference between firefighters and smoke jumpers. How to get to the fire? How to get to the fire? How firefighters get to the fire and how smoke jumpers get to the fire. Okay, first, firefighters. How can they get to the fire? And smoke jumpers, how can they get to the fire? Okay, can you tell me? Firefighters use what to get to the fire? Yes, fire truck. So firefighters use fire truck to get to the fire. Okay, what about smoke jumpers? What about smoke jumpers? Think, smoke jumpers use what to get to the fire? Yes, aircraft or airplane. So, firefighters use fire truck and smoke jumpers use aircraft. Okay, firefighters and smoke jumpers, what is the difference? Firefighters, wildfires on the flat ground or gentle slopes near the roads are fought by ground crews, hot shots, firefighters. So, if we have a fire on flat ground or gentle slopes near the roads, it's the mission of the firefighters to fight this fire. So, if we have a fire near the roads or on flat ground, on gentle slopes, we call firefighters to put out the fire. But if we have fires in remote areas of forest, deep gulch are fought by smoke jumpers or parachuting firefighters. So guys, if we have a fire in remote areas that firefighters can't reach, it's the mission of smoke jumpers to put out the fire. So this is the difference between firefighters and smoke jumpers. Firefighters fight wildfires on flat ground, gentle slopes, near the road. But smoke jumpers fight the fires in remote areas of a forest. Okay guys, imagine there is a fire. There is a fire. First, we have a fire on the road in a car like this. And we have a fire in a forest, in a remote area in the forest. Okay, who can we call? Firefighters or smoke jumpers? First, can you give me the answer? If we have a fire in a car on the road, call firefighters or smoke jumpers? Yes, firefighters. What about a fire in a remote area in the forest? Call firefighters or smoke jumpers? Yes, smoke jumpers. Okay, what is the mission of smoke jumpers? What is the mission of smoke jumpers? The mission is to stop wildfires before they destroy the forest, kill animals, or threaten human life. So this is the mission of smoke jumpers. Stop fires before they destroy the forest, kill animals, or threaten human life. How smoke jumpers overcome the dangers? You know, every job has dangers. How smoke jumpers overcome these dangers? First, training. They get special training. They have special uniform for the fire. They have special equipment. And of course, teamwork. They work as one team. So, smoke jumpers overcome the dangers because they have special training, special uniform, special equipment, and teamwork. Okay, what about jumpsuit and safety gear? What about jumpsuit and special clothes or special suit and safety gear? Okay guys, jumpsuit made of fire retardant material. So the jumpsuit is lightweight, it's not heavy, so they can jump from the aircraft. It's made of fire retardant material, so it can stop the fire. It helps keep them cool, so the jumpsuit help smoke jumpers to keep them cool. And what about the color? It's bright orange or yellow. Why? White jumpsuit should be bright orange or yellow. So It can be seen easily from the air or from the aircraft. What about goggles? What about goggles? Goggles protect the eyes from wind and smoke. So smoke jumpers wear goggles to protect their eyes from wind and smoke. And we have a helmet. And the helmet is not heavy, of course. It's light. It's made of aluminum, and it has face mask. Why aluminum? Because it's light, not heavy. Okay, guys, let's check your understanding for our lesson. Choose the correct answer. What is the main idea of smoke jumpers? The main idea. Is it helicopters are used to help put out fires, or wind chips can make wildfires very dangerous? Smoke jumpers must work hard to put out a fire, or smoke jumpers have to carry heavy equipment? What is the main idea of smoke jumpers? Can you tell me? Yes, it's smoke jumpers must work hard to put out a fire. So the main idea of a smoke jumper, it talks about smoke jumper, and it talks about the difficulty they have and how they work hard to put out fire. Number 2, how do you know that smoke jumpers is expository text or expository nonfiction? How do you know it's nonfiction text or informative text? Okay, guys, the author's thought and feelings are expressed. It contains unrealistic characters and events? Of course not, because informative text has real events and people. Photographs and captions help explain the topic, or it's set in the past and has historical figures. So the correct answer is, how do you know it's expository nonfiction text or it's informative text? Yes, it has photographs and captions to explain the topic. Okay, guys, it's all for today, and goodbye, and don't forget to read the text first before watching this video. Goodbye.
Smoke jumpers. Life fighting fires. Mark Beyer. Genre. Expository text. Gives information about real people and events. As you read, think about the skills needed to become a smoke jumper. Question of the week. How can we prepare for emergencies?
Extreme risk. Fighting forest wildfires is a dangerous business. Some wildfires, however, are easier to get to than others. They can begin to burn near roads, or they can move through low-lying forests, on flat ground or gentle slopes. These wildfires are fought bravely by ground crews of hotshots. Hotshots can be a line of 5, 18, or 70 men and women who are working very close to a blazing wall of fire. Other wildfires burn in far-off, remote areas of a forest. These wildfires can start in a deep gulch or high on a mountainside. These places are often far from roads. The only way to get to these blazes quickly is by dropping firefighters from planes. So what do you get when you cross a wildfire firefighter with a parachutist? That's right, a smoke jumper. Smoke jumpers and hotshots are equally dedicated to putting out wildfires. Their mission is the same: stop wildfires before their destructive energy destroys the forest, kills the animals, or threatens human life. Smoke jumpers have an added task, however. Before they even hit the ground, smoke jumpers are hard at work tracking the fire, finding the right place to jump, and concentrating on landing safely. Once on the ground, smoke jumpers work the same way any forest firefighter does. They cut down trees and drag them from the wildfire's path. They dig up stumps. They chop away the underbrush. Then they turn the soil over and over until just dirt remains. All of this work is done while the fire creeps closer to them. The firefighters create a fire break, a wide dirt barrier, which is essential in helping to stop the spread of a wildfire. Sometimes, though, even 50 feet of dirt is not enough to keep sparks from drifting over to another dry forest area. Little sparks can create raging fires. Smoke jumpers can work for days against a large wildfire. They might work 18 hours with only breaks for food. Their dedication has stopped the destruction of millions of acres of forests all over the world. Jumping into a fire. Every summer seems drier than the last up in the Rocky Mountains. Underbrush is like a tinderbox. A careless hiker or a flash of lightning could cause the area to quickly go up in flames. And then it happens. Lightning hits in the high gulch. Smoke is spotted from miles off. There are no roads nearby, and before long, the wildfire may get out of control. This is a job for smoke jumpers. Danger lurks all around the smoke jumpers. The airplane fights high winds caused by the rush of air from the blaze below. The plane must get the smoke jumpers to the drop zone. There is no large clearing. Rocks line the mountainside. The area is remote. If the fire rages out of control, rescuing the smoke jumpers will be difficult and dangerous. What is the plan? Situations like this are almost a daily routine for smoke jumpers. However, they trust that their training will help them overcome the obstacles that make fighting wildfires so difficult. Special uniforms, equipment, and tools also help smoke jumpers fight wildfires, as well as provide them with protection while they battle those blazes. Most of all, smoke jumpers work together and help one another to make it through a long day or days of wildfire firefighting. Jumpsuit and safety gear. You don't go to the beach without your swimsuit, do you? Of course not. Well, smoke jumpers don't jump from an airplane into a firestorm without the right clothing either. Smoke jumpers wear lightweight jumpsuits made of fire-retardant material. The jumpsuits help keep them cool during the long workday digging a fire break. Jumpsuits are either bright orange, white, or yellow. These colors can be easily seen from the air and through the trees. If a smoke jumper gets separated from his or her crew or stick during a jump or while fighting a blaze, a plane has a better chance of spotting the bright-colored suit. Jumpsuits are padded to break the fall of a parachute jump. This is important in the rocky areas of a drop zone. Each jumpsuit has several large pockets for carrying small tools and the all-important safety line ladder. Smoke jumpers also wear gloves while fighting wildfires. Gloves, however, are not worn during the jump because controlling a parachute is easier with bare hands. A helmet and goggles are supplied to each smoke jumper. The helmet is made of aluminum because this metal is lightweight and strong. Also, metal does not burn, so smoke jumpers don't have to worry about burning embers floating around while they work. Attached to the helmet is a face mask, somewhat like the one on a football helmet. The face mask protects a smoke jumper from branches when he or she lands in a tree. Goggles protect the eyes from wind, flying embers, branches, and smoke.